Here in Malakal, aid is finally getting through. This is the first time the United Nations has been able to reach this remote area that's seen some of the heaviest fighting. In this region, 150,000 people have fled their homes, the largest concentration of displaced civilians anywhere in the country.
This is the first assistance we've received since we arrived here, over 9 days ago. We used to sleep on the ground, but now we have a sleeping mat to sleep on and soap to wash our clothes with.
People find shelter where they can. Here it's an empty classroom in a deserted school.
The process has started. Our contribution of 10,000 for the 10,000 individuals targeting the most vulnerable has already begun and will go on for the next couple of days.
More peacekeepers have arrived, but the mission is not yet up to the 12,500 total agreed on by the Security Council in December. Meanwhile, the US State Department is calling on foreign forces to withdraw from the country to help the fragile peace process progress. In New York, after briefing the Security Council, the head of peacekeeping operations warned a report due in April will detail the full extent of more than 2 months of violence.
You would imagine that after the thousands of victims, the number of cases that have to be investigated, it is not something that happens overnight, but we are taking this very, very seriously.
According to the latest UN estimates, there are now nearly 750,000 people who've left their homes since fighting started in mid-December.
85% of displaced people are outside UN bases. Most families have lost any means of providing for themselves because of displacement, looting, and the destruction of their property.
Peacekeepers are pouring into the country to help protect civilians and get aid to those in need. But that's taking time, and with the truce between the government and the opposition barely holding, the country's troubles still seem far from over. Nick Harper, CCTV, at the United Nations in New York.